Hello, my name is Scott Minnick, and I'm a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Wakefield, Virginia. This presentation was put together for the purpose of sharing a spring to early summer outlook for the Wakefield forecast area. The forecast area includes central and eastern Virginia, as well as northeast North Carolina and the Maryland Eastern Shore. We will briefly overview winter 2014-15 before jumping into the spring outlook and what impacts we can expect. First off, we'll take a look at what occurred during meteorological winter 2014-2015. Thanks to a historical last half to February, winter temperatures ended below normal. Otherwise, temperatures were generally around normal. The above images depict the mean temperature anomaly for the 30-day mean, February, and the 90-day mean, or meteorological winter. Persistent ridging in the west, mid to late February, also known as a positive Pacific North American pattern, resulted in the anomalously cold temperatures across the eastern U.S. and anomalously warm temperatures in the west. Temperature departures were around 10 degrees below normal across much of the northeast quarter of the country. Closer to home, Richmond and Norfolk both had top 10 coldest Februaries. Richmond had its coldest since 1979 and Norfolk since 1934. Norfolk ended the month number 3 all time. This was thanks to the coldest last half to February on record at both sites. Norfolk also recorded its latest cold temperature on record of 9 degrees on February 20th. Overall, looking at the image on the right, temperatures ended 2 to 3 degrees below normal across the local area. Richmond 2.2 degrees below and Norfolk 2.9 degrees below normal. Near normal precipitation with above normal snowfall also characterized winter 2014-15. However, snowfall was below normal until mid-February. The large image displays percent of normal precip during winter. As you can see, the area generally received 100 to 125% of normal. Western Virginia received less, ranging from 50 to 100%. More specifically, Richmond received 10.4 inches of precip, which is 1.34 above normal. Norfolk 9.88 inches, or only 0.1 inches above normal. Total snowfall at Richmond was 12.8 inches, or 2.7 inches above normal. Norfolk ended with 12.7 inches, or 5.8 inches above normal. February ended 9th snowiest on record at Richmond and 7th snowiest on record at Norfolk. As a result of normal precipitation across the region, drought conditions are not a concern heading into spring. This can be seen in the lower right image. Next, we'll take a look at the ever-important El Nino Southern Oscillation phase. Nino 3.4 represents the section of the Pacific Ocean that we look at sea surface temperature anomalies to determine El Nino versus La Nina. Quickly, El Nino is represented by a 3-month sea surface temperature anomaly greater than 0.5 degrees Celsius, and La Nina is represented by a 3-month sea surface temperature anomaly less than 0.5 degrees Celsius. The range from negative 0.5 to 0.5 is considered INSO neutral. For more specific information on INSO, please navigate to the link at the bottom of the slide. The latest model guidance, provided here by the International Research Institute for Climate and Society, depicts quite a bit of spread in the upcoming months. However, the mean generally hovers around a weak El Nino through summer. The image on the right depicts the forecast and probabilities. We can say with some confidence that a weak El Nino will persist this spring. However, INSO neutral probabilities increase. The latest expert INSO discussion from the Climate Prediction Center states there is approximately a 50 to 60% chance that El Nino conditions will continue through Northern Hemisphere summer 2015. Combining all the model data and expert opinions, there is moderate confidence that a weak El Nino will persist. During the spring months, El Nino favors increased probabilities of above normal precipitation along the southeast and mid-Atlantic coast. However, there is little correlation to above, below, or near normal temperatures. If a weak El Nino persists into the summer, unfortunately there is very little correlation between INSO and temperatures or precipitation during the summer months. Now we can take a look at CPCS Outlook. With the previous slide in mind, you can see that the Climate Prediction Center trended toward El Nino cases. The forecast is for equal chances of above, below, or near normal temperatures and increased probabilities for above normal precipitation across the southeast and mid-Atlantic regions. While equal chances for temperatures may provide little insight into what actually may occur, it lets us know that we are not looking at extremes. Displayed in the bottom table are select cities' average spring to early summer precipitation amounts. Richmond and Norfolk receive right around 23 to 25% of their annual precip during the spring season. Another outlook provided this spring by the National Hydraulic Assessment is the 2015 spring flood risk. A minor risk exists across southeast Virginia and northeast North Carolina. The flood potential in the mid-Atlantic is driven by individual convective rainstorms that typically occur in the spring. As we saw in previous slides, if we stay on the wet side of normal, moist soils will help enhance the flood risk. Another spring item is severe weather. The above image loop depicts severe weather probabilities from mid-March through mid-June. Severe weather is defined as hail 1 inch in diameter or larger, and or wind gusts of 60 miles per hour or greater, and or tornadoes. Looping through the images, you can see the severe weather probabilities ramp up by late April. The highest probabilities for severe weather for the Mid-Atlantic region are from mid-May into the summer months. As we have already seen this year across the country, tornado reports have been well below the 10-year average. Studies suggest a link between El Nino and a decrease in severe weather. Below normal severe weather events are expected to persist through the spring. But remember, this doesn't mean that we still won't see severe weather, so make sure you are prepared and have a plan for when a severe thunderstorm or tornado watch or warning is issued. In summary, weak El Nino conditions are expected to continue into summer. This favors increased probabilities for above normal precipitation, but equal chances for above, below, or near normal temperatures. There is also a minor risk for springtime flooding across southeast Virginia and northeast North Carolina. El Nino is also expected to result in below normal severe weather activity across the area. However, always be prepared as severe weather is still anticipated. And with that, we'll wrap up this presentation. Thank you for viewing. If you have any additional questions or comments, please feel free to get in touch with any of the folks listed above. I have also included some important links for everyone to follow the latest weather and climate information. For more information from the Storm Prediction Center, just visit our Wakefield briefing page. Thanks again, and be safe.